What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Wednesday night betting here on the Heat Ratio Network. You asked for it, you got it. We've been doing golf this past 6 months here, just wrecking, hitting our spots, hitting the winners, really making some good profits. But golf has died down now that the playoffs have ended in pretty good fashion, with Patrick Cantlay winning the last two events, needing to do it really on the last hole in each of those events, the playoffs. Obviously, then down in Atlanta, Eastlake, he wins on the last hole against John Rahm, which is an excellent second shot into the par 5, 18th. But that's it for golf. Really, now it's going to wrap. The Ryder Cup's coming. It's going to be fun. But what's here? Football. Isn't this beautiful? Golf, we pick it up January, February, right when football ends. Run it for those 6-7 months, and then football takes us the rest of the way. So that's what you're going to see here on the Heat Ratio as we're bringing you the golden hour of betting. And tonight I'm solo, but that's all right. The key to this is let's talk football. It's here tomorrow night. It whets our appetite. It gets us ready, and we're going to be rocking as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Dallas Cowboys lead off the 2021 NFL season. One that's highly anticipated, no real favorite. Obviously, you have the Chiefs and Bucks leading the futures market, but a lot of strong teams out there. People giving Bills money. There's people still with the pack. You got the Rams getting some action too, obviously, with Matt Stafford going over there. So it's going to be an exciting, intriguing NFL season. And we're going to be here each Wednesday talking it up, talking about the games we're looking at, give you a quick analysis of our Philadelphia Eagles, and then get into a quick little pack as well. So let's start off with the Eagles. They roll in Atlanta. Kind of a house. Well, at least for the last few times they've been down there. If you remember the last time down there, Nelly did it to us. That's right. Your boy, hands like Aguilar, dropped that one in the lights, streaking right down the sideline, went through him a beauty, right in the basket, dropped. They ended up trying to get it to Zach Ertz on fourth down, but wasn't able to convert. And then there we go with the L early in the season and off to not really, a good start. And that was a theme of the Doug Peterson era, where they always had to come back late, win the last 4 or 5 to make the playoffs. And last year it just wasn't enough. Obviously, they were just the turnovers did it, the health did it, and it eventually cost Doug his job. But going back to that game in Atlanta, it just seems to be a place that it's hard for the Eagles to really adapt to the speed, to the lights, to the sound. And we have NFL stadiums that are full again this year, so it's going to be a challenge. And what we saw in the preseason was Nick Sirianni didn't want to show you anything. He didn't want to give any chance for Dean Pease, the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons, to see anything that they were doing. He didn't want to give Arthur Miller any chance, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, to see what the defense was doing. It was plain. It was vanilla. It was, let's be honest, pretty frustrating, especially if you were able to go to one or either of those games, count the link. It wasn't fun. But there's a plan in place, and there's a process, and not showing anything maybe at the Eagles' advantage as we roll into this game down at the Atlanta Dome, the Georgia Dome, one of the biggest venues in all of NFL. So who do I like? Well, I tell you the truth, I think the Eagles are going to be okay this year. I don't know where I'm fully settled in yet. I'm hovering around 8 and 9, and I think the defense is going to be strong. I think they're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. I think both sides of the lines, the Eagles are strong. They're being picked and touted as one of the best offensive lines in the league. And what we know is they need to stay healthy there. They have, they're 1-2 injuries away on that line to be decimated again. And that's a problem. They're not very deep, but they are strong with who they have there, especially with the return of Brooks, obviously Lane Johnson, the Kelsey in for another year. And on the defensive line, very much the same, very strong up front. The linebackers are, we'll see. Defensively as well. He has been in the past. Kyle Pitts, they lose with Jones. Support. line. The Eagles plus the 3. But I'll put it out play Sunday morning. But looking like I do like, the pieces they have on offense as well as what they're going to do on defense to neutralize Atlanta. I think they can keep it close. It's looking like an under for me. When it's under, I take the points. All right, a couple of games I'm really eyeing up. Love, love, love. And I'll give them out now. Obviously, things can change, but the first one is Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. Carolina Panthers home to the New York Jets. If you want to do yourself a favor, go out and click Panthers versus Jets predictions. Let me know when you find a Jets one. You're going to have to look long, hard, up, down, left, right, scroll big on that Google because there ain't none out there. And you know what that means? It's Jets time. Jets plus the 4.5, 5 in a lot of books that you can get it at. And there's a lot of significant reasons for that, that I'm starting to lean the Jets. This is a big highlight of Sam. Everybody's going to put the showcase on him. Obviously, he's going back playing a whole team that really, traded up in their mind by going with Zach Wilson at the number 2 pick and moving on from Sam Darnold. And they had their reasons, but here's his revenge, right? So that's going to be touted, and that's going to be played on every broadcast that really cares about this game. And then they're going to talk Robbie Anderson. He left the Jets to the Panthers. He has a little revenge on his mind as well. And Matt Rule, now he has his quarterback, right? But I thought he had it last year when he had Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy was covering all these games for the Saints the year before and then goes to Carolina and can't throw the ball. So I'm not so sure he has this guy, but that's what you're going to hear. You're going to hear the revenge factor. You're going to hear that, Matt Rule has his guy. And, they're going to be able to really stretch the field. They got, McCaffrey back and healthy. And that's all well and good. But when you boil it down, they have no offensive line. And that's going to be a problem. They're banged up, and they're starting 2 very subpar players according to Pro Football Focus in Cam Irvin and Pat. Anyway, I'll give you my quick 3 now. I'll get a better thing going next week. But We're going Panthers. We're going Jets. Jets plus the 4.5, get it 5 and some mark. The key stat in this game for me, rookie head coach's first game on the road in the last, about 19 years, 19-9-1 ATS. Teams, we know that, rookie head coaches. So they're usually getting the points. And they've been able to not win. Straight up, they're not good. But 19-9-1 against the spread in the last 19 years. Even better. In week 1 road games since 2013, they're 10-4-1. On quite a roll, winning, about 75% of the games, ATS. I like Robert Saleh to really make a difference in this game, be the difference factor, create some defensive looks that confuse Sam. And I think they have enough offensive talent to keep this game close. Both defenses were poor last year. Neither really excelled or improved in the offseason. The addition of J.C. Horn, the first-round pick of the Panthers, will help, especially when paired with Jeremy Chin. But still, I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Jets, Jets, plus the 4.5. Next one, I like the Bengals. I do like them at home. Home plus the 3. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Minnesota. I get it. Zimmer, sort of like the NFC East in a way. If he misses the playoffs, he makes it the next year. If he makes it, he misses. It's been a cyclic fashion for his 6 years at head coach, and they missed last year. 7-9 overall. They were poor defensively. So they're poised and they're ready to rebound, and they feel confident, especially in where makers are due for some regression. But what I really like is I like the return of Joe Burrow. The Cincinnati Bengals were 29th in points per game last year. Just talked about how bad Minnesota was on defense. I think it's an opportunity here, especially with the addition of Jamar Chase. You got T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. And as we mentioned, Joe Burrow being back, I think it's going to make a huge improvement for this team. Hey, they were 4-3 as home dogs last year. So almost every game at home, they were 4-3 ATS. Last 5 Minnesota's played in, 0-5 as a fave ATS. Also, since he's 5-2-1 in their last 8 week 1 games against the spread. So they tend to perform a little better than expectations come week 1. League figures them out. They start to get the lines a little tighter. But I like Cincy, and I think this is a potential outright here. I like Cincy a little bit this year. I really do. Take the other home dog, or the Jets were a road dog, but take this home dog plus the 3. And then we'll end it with, I think it's Monday Night Football, and that is the Raiders at home in that big shell of a place versus the Baltimore Ravens. And the Raiders are getting 4 points at home against the Big Bad. But it actually sets them to a position where they're going to be figured out coming into this game against the Raiders. I'm still not sure what we and Darren Waller is a matchup that more Ravens. In this case, I really like the Ravens. Harbaugh is we know his numbers in the preseason, and he had another undefeated preseason. I'm going to roll with the Ravens come Monday night. So this shows me. Let me roll the 3 plus 4.5. Bengals plus the 3. Ravens minus the 4. Let's roll. Let's get these 3 outrights, and let's start the season right. Until then, check us out Saturday morning on the Sharp Network. Talking about college football as well. I'll be on with my man Mark Drumheller there. And just in a few minutes, doing my NFL season preview on 4th and Go over on Wildfire Radio. So, hey, catch us anywhere. And until then, let's enjoy the football. It's back. Can't wait. Let's go, Birds. Until next week, I'm Dave Gleckner, D Gleck on Twitter. Let's get some wins. Let's make some money. And let's turn it into a real good 2021. Later.